To start with, I would say that what we are trying to do at PTCL Business Solutions is that we are aligning our product portfolio and our service portfolio with the transformation journey of our customers. Now, what is the transformation journey that is happening in Pakistan? So three things are happening. The first thing is that we are right now at the cusp of the fourth industrial revolution.
Absolutely.
So the fourth industrial revolution would mean that our traditional ways of doing business are going to be turned upside down.
Yes.
Where we had process-driven things, so things would shift from process-driven to machine-driven.
Yes.
People would be replaced by intelligent computational resources.
Yes.
The second thing that would be coming in is that the traditional methods of generating economic activities are getting changed a lot. If you look at the youngsters today, there are a lot of positions that the young generation of today aspire to be that were not there even 10 years ago.
Yeah, like CxOs, Chief Experience Officers, Customers Engagement Officers,
Content creators.
Content
creator has become a $37 billion industry globally.
Absolutely.
So this was non-existent. So what is happening is that the third thing that is coming into Pakistan is that we have a very large youth bulge. And we want to make sure that in the older times, what people used to do was that they would immigrate to Gulf, they would immigrate to other parts, primarily on the blue collar job site. We have to make sure that we create and we enable the society of today to capture the future dividends that are there. Now, as you are aware that we are owned 62% by the government of Pakistan and 26% by PTCL.
Yeah.
So, at our board of directors level, we are represented by both the institutions, the government as well as PTCL. We have been given some very specific tasks. The first one is that PTCL has to be the engine that has to power a digital Pakistan.
Right.
In that regard, we are focusing on 5 areas. The first one is the digital infrastructure. Today we have 8 data centers that we are there. We are aspiring in the medium term to increase the number of data centers to 27.
Great,
today we have tier 3 data centers. We are focusing in our strategy to build tier 4 data centers. From a fiber connectivity point of view, PTCL is striving a lot in investing to reach areas which have not been reached before. For example, Gwadar.
Right.
PTCL is the only company that is right now in Gwadar, and we are supporting large CPEC projects.
Right.
Also, what we are looking at is digital technologies. PTCL brought cloud about 4 or 5 years ago. Right now, we are focusing on specific cloud. So we have deployed a banking cloud, where we are now partnering with some of the largest software development companies on the banking sector to provide banking software as a service. We have deployed an education cloud, which is called Q-Talim. And in the education cloud, we have just won a large tender from the government of Pakistan in order to provide blended e-learning services. We are also
it's the need of the hour.
It is. I think digital learning is going to be the future. Similarly, we are working on healthcare and all the other areas. The third part that we are focusing on is the innovation and entrepreneurship. Right now, we are ensuring that from our side, we are fostering innovation within Pakistan. We are working with Pakistan Software Export Board, we are working with Pakistan IT Board, our Ministry of IT and Telecom, and everybody else in order to make sure that we are enabling innovation, whether it is at large companies levels or it is at individual level in Pakistan. And the last thing that we are trying to really focus on is the customer experience. If you ask anybody about PTCL, unfortunately, this is something that can be said for a lot of traditional government organizations, that we are not known to be somebody who are very progressive. We are not known to be somebody who's very customer focused, agile.
Yeah.
This is something that I intend to change, at least in my business unit, and our CEO is changing it across the organization. Our new logo that you probably would have seen in the beginning of the interview talks about the 3 attributes that we are going to live by, which is innovation, agility, and dependability. So these are the three things that my business unit, the PTCL Business Solutions, is going to live by, and we are going to make sure that we deliver these things.
Great, that's quite inspiring to hear that.